Alright, this lesson gonna be titled America Will Be Destroyed. Giving all praises, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, Rachwaa Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of GMS. Peace, salutations, and blessings to Archium. Labor is true. Shalom, hopeful elect. Alright, Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson go through the spirit. Alright, I'm gonna get this, read a little of this article and then get some precepts, to back it up. Alright, because America, which is Babylon the Great and spiritual Sodom and Egypt, will be destroyed. Thus saith the Bible. Alright, so this is from the RT News. It says China reacts with fury to U.S. lawmakers' Taiwan visit. Alright, because I think it's over there. I see another story where the U.S. was, doing some military drills in a country, over there, close to Taiwan. I guess that's what this might be what that is referring to. But here's the story. It says China has responded angrily to a visit by a U.S. delegation to Taiwan. It's warning Washington that it was playing with fire by colluding with pro-independence forces on the island during a period of high tensions with Beijing. It says the Chinese Foreign Ministry issued a strongly worded rebuke on Wednesday to the visit. Go in there, I'm doing something. Listen.
No. Yeah.
Go in there. Shut the door. Salakia. Says the Chinese Foreign Ministry issued a strongly worded rebuke on Wednesday to the visit by U.S. lawmakers, costing such risky and provocative actions were doomed to end in failure. Alright, so I guess that's what it's referring to. I guess some lawmakers, visited Taiwan. Alright. And you can check this story out if you want to, go read the rest of it. But basically, there's been a lot of, rumors of war, going on with, so-called U.S., Taiwan, China. Alright. And, we understand that it is biblical prophecy, that all these countries are going to break out in war, which is going to lead to World War III. Alright. Let me get this real quick. I don't know if I spelled that right. Was it in Joel? Let's see real quick. I don't remember. Salakia. I can't think of that precept right now. A little way I get it though. But anyways, I was gonna go into Revelation Revelation chapter 17. Verse 16. Alright, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Alright, and this is, breakdowns the allies of America, alright, is going to take part in the destruction by way of fire, referring to the ICBM missiles. Alright, and we know, that when this is Revelation 13 verse 1, it says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads a name of blasphemy. Alright, so the seven heads referring to 7 kingdoms, that all reigned, with power on the earth is, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Italy, Greece, France, Spain, and Britain. And we know America is being that eighth power. Let's say is of the 7. What was alright. This is Revelation chapter 13. And get straight to the point. Alright, this is Revelation chapter 13 verse 12, 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that's referring to, this America's, democratic diplomatic. You got your Republicans and your Democrats, your two head system, but it's all, it's all for the same, that the same beast system. All right, it says 2 horns like a lamb. Republicans, patricians in ancient Rome, and Democrats would be the plebeians in ancient Rome. All right, the horn represent power. So, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. All right, and the healing of that deadly wound is, the resurrection of pretty much the resurrection of the ancient Roman Empire, all right, which we have today, known as America, which is Babylon the Great. All right, that whore that rideth the beast, the whore that rideth the beast, I think. The first, it said the power of the first beast was the Roman Empire. All right, but what you have here, America. I mean, look around you. They have all these statues. On the back of the dollar bill. Everything. Basically is symbolic to the ancient Rome. Let me see. That's Revelation chapter 17, verse 11. All right, it says, I'll start at verse 10. And there are 7 kings 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. All right, when he is to come, Salaki, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. All right, so the 5 that are fallen are the France, the Greeks, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spain, and in this current time, the Roman Empire was still in power. All right, and the other one was speaking as not yet to come was Great Britain. All right, so then it says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is out of the 7 and goeth into perdition. That's referring to America. All right, it says the beast that was and is not, referring to the Roman Empire, which came back in a reincarnation as America, the 8th, and is of the 7. America came out of the British Empire. That's why it refers to her mother, says, which is of the 7 goeth in perdition. America will be destroyed. Alright. Let's see, what else I gonna get here? Yeah, Revelation 17:16 again. And 10 horns which thou sawest upon a beast, these shall hate the whore. Alright, so the whore referring to America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked. And that's referring to destruction to come, the ICBM missiles. It's gonna be it's gonna be shot over here from all different countries, mainly Russia and China. All right, but these other countries that are the so-called allies of America, they hate the whore. They gonna turn their back. The Lord gonna put it in their mind, and they gonna fire the missiles over here too. All right, it says, and shall eat her and burn her with fire. Okay. Get this real quick. Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahawah. Alright, so we understand, man's goings is of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Roughly paraphrasing. Alright, so same thing with, the king's heart. Alright, the wicked rulers of the earth, the Lord, Yahawashi shall control everything, everyone. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahawah as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So, in that day in that day to come, the Lord Yahawah Shah is gonna put it in the mind of these other nations, alright, and they are gonna have that same mindset, and they gonna send them ICBM missiles over here to Babylon the Great. Thus say it, the Bible. Thus say Yahawah Shah. All right, and just like saying, was it Isaiah? I think Isaiah. Let me see, 54. I might be off on this. Let's see. No, Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. All right, the word Yahweh's word. When it go forth, it's going to accomplish that it's set to. So it shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. It's Isaiah 34 verse 16. Seek ye out a book of the Lord, out a book of Yahawah, and read. Go on, shut the door. Salakia. No one of these things shall fail. None shall want her mate. All right, that's brothers, some of the elders on down. Your brothers always going into, Salakia. I lost my point. All right, but it says none shall want her mate. It says, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit hath gathered them. See, so these other nations are going to be, gathered in war, to go to war with, America, Babylon the Great. All right, it's still the spirit and power of Yahawashi. Let's see. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon," which is America, in this sense right here, because this is a future prophecy, that has to deal with, Babylon the Great, America. It says, "Against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country." It says, they that set themselves in array against her. All right, and that's what, it's going into all these other countries. They going set in that battle formation that, take aim at America. It says, "From thence shall she be taken." All right, taken down, destroyed. It says, "Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man." And the arrows are going to the ICBM missiles. All right. It says, "None shall return in vain." All right, the North country going into Russia, and I'll read on down. So verse 10 says, "And Chaldea," which modern day Chaldea, referring to Edomites, "shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahawah. Because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage." All right, the devils, the wicked, Esau, Edom, along with some of these other heathen nations, they were glad, they rejoiced, all right, in destroying, the tribes. All right, even to this day, these devils had that perpetual hatred toward their brother. So it's because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, your mother shall be sore confounded. All right, and that again, your mother, that's going to Great Britain. All right, because America, sprung forth from Great Britain. So she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness. All right, America is that hindermost nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. All right. It says, verse 13, "Because of the wrath of Yahawah, it shall not be inhabited." It shall not be inhabited. It says, "But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues." Alright. This is 14. "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about." All these other countries, that's what's going to happen. It says, "All ye that bend the bow." So everybody that has this nuclear technology, what it say, shoot at her, spare no arrows. All right, they gonna shoot all they got over here. So for she has sinned against the Lord Yahawah. All right, and I was wanting to get, what was I wanting to get? Oh yeah, let me see. I think it's. Revelation chapter 18 verse 7 says, I'll start verse 5 says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her," all right, again going to America, "even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, feel to her double. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. And what America is proud to be, what they say, proud to be American, America pride, and you see how everybody live over here. This is what they say, it's the richest country, in the world. All right, people here are at ease, So, so they think, all right. It says, and live deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I set a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, Yahawah, who judgeth her. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. I was just wanting to get another precept of that. That's probably what it is. Jeremiah 49. Alright. Alright, this is Jeremiah 49, verse 13. It says, For I have sworn by myself, said Yahawah, that Basra shall become a desolation and a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes. Alright, and what it's saying, Isaiah, it was Isaiah 63. In returning Yahawashi, what does it say? It says, Isaiah 63 verse 1, Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Alright. And this is the returning Yahawashi. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Alright, you're gonna be coming in that chariot. Alright. It says, Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Alright. Verse 3 says, I had trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, I'll stain all my raiment. Alright, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Alright, so, whomever is not, part of the elect that's, elected to get that salvation via Yahawashi, the missiles are going to come. They're going to touch down over here in America, Babylon the Great. And, most people, man, you know what I mean? They gonna burn up right then and there. All right. There might be some, here and there still alive, but, yeah. All the land of America, Babylon the Great will be, a desolation. All right. Let's see real quick. Just for edification, so I get this. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. All right, so again, the elect, before this destruction, before the ICBMs touch down over here, the salvation is going to take place. All right, via how shine a chariot. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. All right, and that's and this is, when Yahawashi return, all right, and the elect are going to be, gathered, beamed up into that chariot. It says that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. All right. So I see the sea of glass. What the hell? It's Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. It says, and I saw it as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, all right, that charagma, all right, and the beast and his image, all right, referring to, the, the, the beast is the system, the images, bowing down to the system, all right, and ultimately, receive, for those whom, bow down, they gonna receive that mark, that charagma, all right. It says, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of the Most High. All right, here's a breakdown that says fire, nuclear fire, glass mingled with fire, the firmament. All right, so when the elect is up in them chariots, they're gonna be up in the firmament, and be looking down at America, as it's burning. All right, it says them that had gotten the victory of the beast, the elect of Israel. The image represents the image of the Roman Empire. It says its laws, legislation, architecture. All right, it gives First Maccabees 8 chapter 8 verse 13 through 16. It says the Roman Empire has been reincarnated today as America. Stand on the sea of glass. The elect will be on the chariots above the firmament, watching the destruction. Let's see what Isaiah 26:20 says. Yeah, Isaiah 26 verse 20 says, come my people, enter down to thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself for a little moment until the indignation, the righteous righteous anger, righteous wrath, the Yahawashi, till the indignation be overpassed. Alright. Verse 21 says, for behold, the Lord Yahawah cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. And we know, was it Numbers 35 verse 33 and 34? This roughly paraphrasing, this earth has been defiled, due to the bloodshed, the bloodshed of the Israelites, via Esau, Edom, via the wicked, all right, and whatever other heathen nations, all right, but the earth, this land, especially America, Babylon the Great, all right, would say, I'll also go ahead and get it, Numbers 35, 33, 34. It says, so ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land. This land is defiled, not only by blood, but all the wickedness that take place on the earth. Everything. Esau, Edom, the wicked, has completely and utterly defiled everything. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right, so, the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, via the ICBM missiles, hey, that's going to be the cleansing agent. All right. So defile not the land, defile therefore the Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord Yahawah, bahasham, dwell among the children of Israel. Alright, let's see. I was just gonna get this too real quick, just so, know what time it is. Alright, this is just on Bloomberg.com. It says Russia-China alliance of autocrats makes sense for now. Alright, so again, these other countries. See right here, it says, this is CNN.com. It says, U.S. and allies are pushing China and Russia closer together. And China and Russia, that's a lot of nuclear capability. Okay? So, we understand, how the end result, okay? The end result is World War III kicking off, and then it leading to destruction of America, battle on the Great. Alright. Trying to find that precept. Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3 verse 2, it says, I'll also gather all nations, alright, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Alright. And that word Jehoshaphat is, I can't think exactly. I think it's the Lord's judgment, or Lord's place of judgment. Yahawah's something like that. Yahawah's judgment. It's lucky if I ain't got it right, but so I'll gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East. Alright. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Alright, so Lord, hey, he going World War III gonna pop off, and there's gonna be, a lot of casualties of war, in that scenario. Alright? But we understand, the ultimate destruction that's gonna take place, here on earth is gonna be America, Babylon the Great. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. You got the U.S., which is weak as hell. It look weak as hell. You got some complete dumbass as a president, which we understand. The presidents are all the, them people are just talking heads at the end of the day. All right, and they do what the elite tell them to do. Okay, but man, hey, we about to be in them times. Alright? You got China building life-size mock-ups of the warships, you know what I mean? The U.S., what they said, you always say, I sat as a queen, and how that precept go? I sat as a queen and no. 17, Revelation 17. Revelation 18, verse 7. Yeah, it says, for she saith in her heart, I set queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's the mindset of these proud ass, so-called Americans. Alright? But we know, you know, uh, right here, Job chapter 12, verse 16 says, with him is strength and wisdom, with Yahawah says, and the deceived and the deceiver are his. Alright. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause the Most High should send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Alright, hey. That's the mindset, the 2/3, as well as, these other these other heathen nations and the wicked themselves, spiritual demon Satan, through the power, through the spirit power, Yahawashi, spiritual demon Satan got these people deceived. Alright, that's what I say, Yahawashi, what it said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Alright, how can man understand his own way, his goings? Alright, that's what these people don't get. They don't have the Lord put that strong delusion on them, and they thinking they using, the elites and all them people thinking they puppet, they using people as puppets. Back then the day, Yahawashi, hey, he controlled the strings, Hey, Esau, Edom's a sword, and Yahawashi about to bring that sword down, alright, on the 2/3, and then gonna bring the sword down with the return of Yahawashi, alright, destruction of America, Babylon the Great, alright. But Esau, Edom, hey, he's serving his purpose, alright, and it's gonna continue until that said time where, when Yahawashi gonna make that return, crack them clouds. Alright, so a little bit is edifying, But I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, Rachwaa Qadash. Go on to the other apostles. GMS, peace, citation, blessing, all accumulating this truth, shalom, hope for elect. Alright.